Okay, in this next section, I'm going to do my comparison for the full. So instead of almost full, I'm going to get rid of that, and I'm going to put in a greater than. Let's do greater than or equal to. And let's say I'll put in C50 here. That's what I want to compare it to. And if it goes greater than or equal to, let's say 21, we'll set that as almost full. All right, let's double check that and see if that works. And we can run it. Oh, I forgot. These are supposed to be like, I went back and looked, and the normally open should be like that. Normally closed should be that one. Normally open and normally open. So now when I push start, it's running, waiting for me to drive in more cars. Well, sometimes it's not pushing or I'm going too fast. So I'll slow down a little bit. Trying to get up to 21. All right, I would have. Oh, that's why I don't want C50. I want the value of C50.ACC, which is the accumulator value and where it's currently set at. All right, so let's try that again. Run. And when I start, this time it's greater than or equal to 21, so it starts flashing. Let's say we decrease below 21, it quits flashing. We go back up to 21, it starts flashing again. All right, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go back and read through the directions again just to make sure I'm kind of getting everything. I'm going to flip this over because I get the light. All right. The garage has 25 parking spaces. That's why we set this to 25. The parking manager starts the operation by pressing a normally open push button. We got that. As soon as the process starts, a green light turns on at the entrance of the garage, indicating space is available. We have that. The number of parking vehicles in the garage is constantly monitored as vehicles enter or exit the garage to indicate that a vehicle has entered the garage. Normally open push button is pressed. We got that. Another normally open push button is pressed if it leaves. We've got that. If the number of parked vehicles in the garage is 23 or 24, the green light is turned off and the yellow light flashes. Okay, I haven't quite gotten that. Flashes continuously at a rate of 1 second on, 1 second off. If the garage is full, the flashing yellow light turns off and a red light turns on, indicating that the garage is full. At this point, if 1 or 2 vehicles leaves the garage, the red light turns off and the flashing yellow light turns back on. If additional vehicles leave the garage, the flashing yellow lights turn off and the green light is turned on. Okay, I'm going to have to work on that part a little bit, but let's make the red light come on when it's full. Okay, so if it's available That's my comparison. And if it's greater than or equal to, and I'll do the same thing here, C5:0 accumulator. And in this case, we want 25. And I think up here it said it wanted 23, so I'll change that to 23. And once we go greater than 25, and do it one of two ways. I think I will do it this way. I may have to come back and change it if it doesn't work with some other stuff later, but this should work. And this is our red light. Okay, so let's download that and try that. So if we start and we're equal to or greater than 25, the red light comes on. But at that point, my light shouldn't be flashing and my green light shouldn't be on. I don't want all three of them on at one time. I only want one of them on at a time. Give me a second. Okay, getting the blinking light to turn off is pretty easy. To get the green light to go off, I'm actually going to have to change this around a good bit. So I'm actually going to change this to green. I'm going to name this one yellow. And I'm going to name this one red. Okay, so the only way this one comes on if it's greater than 25. So what I want to do here is put a range on this one. So if it's greater than or equal to 23, we want it to come off. And then we also want it to be, if it's less than or equal to 25. No, if it's less than 25. I hate it when it does that. Sorry. All right, so we want, so it has to be greater than 23 and less than 25. All right, let's go check that part. Okay, so I hit start. Oh, program, run. All right, so I hit start. My green light's on. My yellow light's not. And my red light is on because it's greater than or equal to 25. All right, so I'm going to back it down. This is car leaving here. All right, so now the red light went on, the yellow light came back on. Once we go below 23, I'm at 22 now. So once I go below 22, we're back and green light should be on. All right, so now I just have to fix this part. All right, I'm going to try a weird way to fix this, so hang with me for a minute and let me see if I can make it so that the green light will only come on between 0 and 22. It's going to be a lot of change in here, so let me start with this address. I'm going to make this address, instead of that being the address of the green light, we're going to make this one ready. All right, and then I'm going to have to put another rung in here, and I'm going to say if ready, and less than or equal to 22. Then I want to turn on my green light. Now, instead of making these on green, they're going to be on ready. And I think that was my last line. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to go download and run that, and double check my green light and see if it's only working. Now we should only have one light on at a time. Okay, so we're at 22. At 22, only the green light should be on. Trying to get all three lights in the window so I can see all three of them at once. All right, so now I'm going to 22, green light still on, 23. My yellow light should be flashing, and because my ready broke. Why did I do that? Did I hit the wrong button? I think I did. Oh, I know what I did. I forgot to change the address on the seal-in. There we go. Back to program. It's still on green, not on ready. So when green was turning off, it was turning everything off. All right, so try that again. All right. Now we're at 23, the yellow light's flashing. Let's go back to 22, the green light's on. Excuse me. Try to come up just it. There we go. All right, so now as I go up, I'm at 23, yellow light should start flashing. 25, yellow light stops flashing and the red light comes on. Then when one or two people leaves, the yellow light starts flashing again. A couple more people leave and the green light comes on. All right, so I think the only thing I need to add now is this part here where it says at the end of the day, the normally closed push button is pressed to stop the process and reset all counters. So how I'm going to do that is add one more line down at the bottom. And if stop is pressed, stop is, oh, I can pull it from over here. I don't need it up there. This says stop. If I push the stop button, then I need to reset my counter. And to do that, I put C50 on there. All right, I'm gonna test that, see if that part's working, because right now my counter's at 22. Whoops, what happened there? Oh, I didn't go run. Run. Okay, everything's good. My green light's on. It's the end of the day. Technically, there shouldn't be any cars in the parking lot, so when they all leave, the counter resets. But we'll do what they say. And if I push stop, you can see it resets the counter accumulator to 0. Sorry, and then when I push start again, my accumulator's still at 0, and I would need to increment to show that new cars are coming in. Although it's not for some reason. Okay, let's try it again. Let me come down and look at it while it's running. I think I know what I did here. Yeah, see, stop is normally high, so I have to go change this to a examine if open. All right, so I was holding it in reset state because I was not checking for the proper condition. All right, let's go back again. We're going to have to put some cars in the accumulator. At least it's working now. And then we hit stop. All right, and again, I think I see what I did here. I'll scroll down and show you. Because once I hit stop, it breaks the ready, so I've just got to get rid of ready. And just be prepared for any time I hit stop to reset. All right, one more time. All right. Got to push start. We do have a few cars in there. Now we want to stop and reset for the day. It did. We're back to 0. I'll start again and increment my counter. All right. I think we've fulfilled all the requirements of the course project. If you have any questions, give me a call back. Thank you.